is up, Baton Rouge? I'm Lee Jacoby, your 2025 Fort Cancer Event Chair with Oshner MD Anderson Cancer Center.
And I'm Caitlin Cockerham, your American Cancer Society staff partner. We are so excited to be here in the Garage Studios, brought to you by Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. Shout out Gordon and his team for hosting us. We are thrilled to be interviewing majority of our amazing tastemakers over the next couple of days to hear all about their why, what they're excited about for Fort Cancer, get to know them on a little deeper level. And so without further ado, let's get into it.
Yeah, let's hear from our tastemakers. Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Okay, we've got Lauren Giffin with us today from LSU alumni.
I'm so excited.
Hey,
the
guys.
queen herself.
The queen. She came on brand in the purple.
We love that. We love that.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do at LSU and just all the things.
So I am the Vice President of Development at the LSU Alumni Association. Development really means fundraising, but we're such an engagement organization that, like I was just telling y'all before we started recording, we're heading to Houston tomorrow to do an event with the Houston Rockets. And like really our whole mission at the Alumni Association is to connect like tigers with tigers.
Mm-hmm.
So development, fundraising, that all turns into engagement, facilitating relationships, connecting people to each other. I'm just like anything that someone needs as a tiger,
Yes.
I facilitate
I
it.
always see you on LinkedIn like, hey, such and such tiger in Chicago is hiring for this position.
That
like,
is my
cool.
favorite thing.
Yeah.
Connecting people together.
Yeah, we want tigers to hire other tigers.
Let's go.
Hello.
Yes. Duh.
Hello.
So before we get into all the questions, we're going to do a little fun game just to loosen things up.
Oh.
No, have fun. You know, some people get nervous. I don't know. So,
No.
All right, let's get into it. So T Swift or Rihanna?
Oh my God. Rihanna all day, every day.
All day, all
I've
day.
seen her in concert. That was
Ooh, I'm so jealous.
life-changing.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
Sweet or savory?
Savory.
Frozen or on the rocks?
On the rocks.
Oh, really?
Oh my God. With tahini.
Tahini. You have to have tahini. If you don't have it,
Don't give it to me.
yeah, don't give it to him. There you go. I know you'll appreciate this one. Favorite pizza place?
Oh my gosh. Favorite pizza place in town?
Whichever.
Roca.
Oh, so
Roca.
good. They're
But-
Brussels sprouts?
Wait, but the Domino's on Government?
That specific
Specifically-
one.
No, it has
On
to
Government.
be. It is so good. It's so good. But Roca.
Oh, that's awesome. Who would your 3 dream dinner party attendees be?
Joe Burrow.
Oh, love that.
Mm.
There we go.
Talking about tigers connecting tigers.
Hello.
Tigers connecting tigers. There you go.
3. Joe Burrow. Just
Just
you
you
and
and Joe
times
Burrow.
3.
Times 3. The different Joes we have, like football Joe. Then we have him like when he's
GQ Joe,
Yes.
Bengals
Paris Fashion Week Joe.
Yeah.
yes, all, and then you're like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Oh, yeah.
With your Domino's pizza from Government. That's all we need. That's all we need.
And a marg with tahini.
Yes, exactly. Heels or flats?
Heels.
Heels.
I go into all of our girlfriend, her Andy's store,
Mhm.
and the girls
Yes.
are always like, "Who's the girl in heels?" And she knows exactly who I
Click,
am.
click,
I'm
click.
never, and I'm like 5'10",
I was about to
and
say,
I always I add insult to
Mhm.
injury.
No, it's okay. They
I
know you're
just-
coming.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I love it.
They do.
Lil Wayne or Boozy?
Wayne.
Yes. Okay, he's winning right now.
By a
We only got
landslide.
2.
Wayne.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up here.
Me. We're gonna
Which
talk
I
about
mean,
that.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Don't worry. And then 3 things you can't live without.
My son.
Okay.
So we'll
Mm.
just,
Sweet
baby.
just
So
you know,
Literally
so I'm
the
not a jerk.
cutest.
He is.
So I'm not a jerk.
Green tea. I drink green tea like a fiend all day
I
long.
love it.
And I mean, my eyeliner. I
Perfect.
literally
My
live.
KKW,
Yeah.
whatever Kim
Yeah.
Kardashian said on the thing.
It makes me wake up. I feel alive.
Those are good answers. I liked that a lot. Yeah. That's
Okay,
awesome.
so yeah, give us a little bit of background of you. Where are you from? How did you get, so passionate about LSU if you're not even from?
Okay, that's the best part. Like
I love it.
how I got to the Alumni Association. I don't know, it's just a perfect story of everything. So my parents are originally from here. My mom grew up in New Orleans, my dad in Baton Rouge. He was an engineer, so I was an engineering brat. We traveled around, like moved around a lot when I was younger. So I was born in Georgia, then lived in Louisiana, then 3 places in Ohio, then Arizona, then
wow.
California by the
Okay.
time I was in 3rd grade.
Oh, wow.
So I just naturally, I mean, I was just forced into it. I had the gift of gab.
yeah, forced to be
So
out.
you're like, hey, I'm Lauren.
Yeah, I'm like, hi. Exactly. It's just like natural at this point. But when I was growing up in Southern California, it was like the recession when I was graduating high school. And I just thought, I was obviously familiar with like Baton Rouge and Louisiana. So I just thought like I could build a network so much better moving back down here.
Mm-hmm.
And I had family and all that, but it was still like definitely a culture shock.
Oh,
coming from-
100%.
you know?
I definitely can,
Like
yeah.
it's different
totally
when you
relate.
visit for a week and then it was interesting. But I mean, my family raised me as a Tiger fan, really.
Right.
And so just like bringing all that back and being able to connect people back to LSU across the country, which is like perpetual, like that's why we stayed so connected to LSU because of the work that the university does and obviously football and all that. But we're just trying to raise, Tiger fans to come back to school here.
I really like what you said, though. You said I could really build a great network here in the South. A lot of people don't realize that, I think, and they take that for granted because they're just like, whatever. But you're bringing the grass back to its roots. And I think what you've been able to do in the community, which I'd love for you to talk about, has just been incredible. Like, what do you enjoy the most about the Baton Rouge community and what the role that you play in it?
I am starting to, like, a girl that used to work on my team went over to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and she was not from here either. And so she built a lot of connections. And as she has like Make-A-Wish kids come up, she usually will reach out to me and say, hey, this kid is looking for so-and-so. Like one kid wants to build his own video game. And so she was like, where would I even start about this? And I was like, oh, I know.
I'm an LSU professor.
I know.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's just being able to be exposed to so many different people, so many different industries. Like I feel like between me and my boss, Joe Carvalito, there's not someone that I couldn't put someone else in contact with. I don't know. That's probably me just like being inflated
No.
in my own world.
You're not. No, I think that's amazing.
But it is so gratifying. Yeah. To just be like, oh, let me figure, I don't know.
Right.
It's just been really fun.
It really is like a family though. Like my dad played football at LSU actually like in, I guess like the early 90s. And
I didn't know that.
Yes, they were child parents, like legit.
Oh my God.
I was there with him. But anyways,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Wait, that's awesome.
That's
Yeah,
wild.
I didn't know
like,
that, Caitlin.
Some of my favorite pictures of me and my dad are like from like Family Day and things like that.
Yes.
And
Oh
I
my
would,
God.
I was there because they had me in high school, and so like obviously I was a couple years old, once he was playing football. But anyways, all that to say, like he still has teammates that like a couple years or 10 years ago now, my brother had childhood cancer, and like they came down. And they don't even live here anymore.
Stop.
But they were like, Hootie's kid has cancer. Like, where do we show up? All the time. Like, then he got cancer. They come back. Like, just all these different things. Like, he's still in touch with those teammates. Like you said, it's a networking thing. Like, it really is just like that Tiger family.
That gives me the feels.
We're just built different.
Yeah,
I think that's just how it is.
I agree.
Yeah.
But it is. I think the bonds are stronger down here, which is so incredible. So, I mean, as you know, like you said, you're the VP of development, right? With the LSU alumni. So you naturally fundraise, if you will,
Yes.
for a living. So I know when we tapped you, it was a very easy yes. Like someone was like, Lauren needs to do it. It was Andy and Grace, both who are a part of our leads. They were both tastemakers. They were like, Lauren's incredible. I was like, who is this girl? So I followed you and I was like, I love her.
Stop.
We have to have her. But tell me a little bit about why you felt so inclined to do this and what has it been like fundraising on this side of, I guess, the fence?
That has been really interesting because I do it so often for a living, and I was able to kind of pull some folks in that I don't fundraise with at the Alumni Association, which has been really fun. But I immediately said yes, obviously because of the mission. I think American Cancer Society is such a great organization. I've had people work with y'all before. Specifically, like Michael said, we all have people that are connected into cancer in some form or fashion. But, a lot of people talk about their losses, which I feel too. We've had people. But specifically, I have a good friend. I used to work at Pennington Biomedical Research Center where you said there are some cancer grants over there.
Grant right now.
Yeah. And he participated in a cancer trial and I'm telling you, he had cancer for 7 or 8 years. And he's been in remission. And it just was the most miraculous. Like I still, every like 6 months, he sends an update to like his closest friends and family. And, you know, we were this little tribe of 3 people at Pennington Biomedical. The other friend of ours passed away from cancer, and he is still living and living his mission on, trying to help. And it's just been seeing, you know, I actually have seen what the impact of giving money into cancer research does.
Right.
And it has just been life-changing.
Right.
And that's just within the past couple of years that he's been in remission, like maybe 2 or 3 years. And it's just been unbelievable. Brian Melanson.
Okay. This
Shout out.
Yes, this
Shout
episode
out,
is
my guy.
dedicated to him. That is incredible.
I love hearing stories like that, because I think oftentimes, you know, research grants are such a big part of what ACS does. And I think for a lot of people, that's not necessarily like a tangible thing. And so to be able to put a human being to that research grant and say like, hey, without this research, this person might not be here.
Literally.
You know, that
was so much of what I was in marketing at Pennington Biomedical. What we tried to do was make that research that looks scary and everybody thinks it's in labs or whatever, like make it be physically applicable to somebody. And
how can they accept it? Like, how can we get our audience to be
how can we get them to understand what it is that we're actually trying to do? I used to tell people all the time, like, well, have you taken Tylenol? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, well, someone had to research that to make sure it was okay in their body. Like, it's just, that's what like all research money goes into, is trying to find better solutions to make us be healthier.
One of my favorite like research stories I always tell people is, so like I mentioned earlier, my brother had childhood cancer. So he was 15 when he was diagnosed. And so one of the first things my dad did was like try to connect him with like adult childhood cancer survivors, to give Monroe like a light at the end of the tunnel, and like, you're going to be okay, you know, things like that. And so we were able to really find a good bit, but a lot of them had, once we started talking to them, is, hey, I'm living, I'm great, I'm healthy, but I could not have kids, like, just to let you know. And so that was a conversation, you know, that we really had to, or I say we, I think I'm his parent because I'm 10 years older. But, you know, it was a tough conversation for my parents to have with him. And long story short, he has a daughter now that's 1.
Oh my God.
Totally like all natural and everything. And so I love to say, like, Lucy is the tangible result of research.
Yes.
Of,
so
you know, 30, 40 years ago, childhood cancer meant that you might not have kids because you were getting all this excessive radiation and all these other things. And now, you know, it comes 2013 and Monroe has childhood cancer and now he has a daughter. And so
oh my God.
I have Lucy because of this,
I
you know,
love it.
and so it's just research. Like you said, I think it's a big, scary, like a lot of people think it's like dripping in labs and whatever else. And there is a tangible result to that. So,
and Brian has a daughter too that he did not think he was going to be able to have kids either. So it's just, it's miraculous, really, in our lifetime, like the shift that we've seen in. Anyway,
that's what even.
Sorry.
No. It's so like Dr. Russell was saying that last week or 2 weeks ago at Meet the Tastemakers, that cancer, you know, at one day cancer would just be like a long-term disease, more so than like
something you live with,
correct,
and be able to
manage it and things like that. And so we're getting there, you know, thanks to people like Dr. Russell.
Exactly. We love him. He's awesome. So I want to know, what has been like the most fun thing, exciting, or I guess unique thing you've done in your work with LSU or in your role?
Oh my gosh, unique. Okay, I don't know if it was unique necessarily, but we threw the most major party in Vegas for the Vegas game this year.
I didn't know you. I was like, wait.
Oh my gosh, it was so fun. That was, I mean, the game was brutal.
But the party
was it.
I wore like my tiger print jeans and everything, and I was like so lit. I was like, let's go. Like, these are my lucky pants.
What else have I done?
I think that was like Colin's first week of work.
It was.
Too.
It was literally like we hired him on a Thursday. He got on a plane on Friday.
Oh my gosh!
And I was like, let's go, kid.
Let's go. Come on.
Get out there. Shout out Colin Jeter.
Yes. Let's boot it down.
Holding it down.
I love it. So, what like goes into all of those different like aspects, and like especially from fundraising for cancer and what you do with LSU? Like, how do you prep, plan? How do you get energized to continue to do what you're doing?
Lists. Like, I live on lists.
Oh, we're so type A.
I can't.
I love it.
I mean, we have so much going on. Like, there's nothing that the Alumni Association couldn't and shouldn't be doing. In terms of like professional development, connecting students with jobs, connecting employers with students, throwing parties, traveling tiger, tailgates, crawfish boils, networking on the goes, fundraising. Oh my God, there's just
There's so much, yeah.
I have some mentee bees sometimes.
I'm sure. Don't we all?
But we have a really supportive team, and our marketing department just cranks it out when I need it. And
Yeah.
Colin has been such a great addition to our team. I don't know. I just have to surround myself, and I just I curse a lot. Like
There we go.
I curse a lot.
I love it. Sometimes you have to, and then
I
you're
got
like,
it.
okay, let me just like rein it in a little bit.
I'm trying not to on this podcast.
I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. Well,
So how does somebody, like, let's say there is an LSU alumni listening, how do they reach out to you to get involved? Whether they're looking for a job or looking to
Ooh.
hire or something like that.
Okay.
How do
This is
they?
like her
Yeah.
Super Bowl right now.
Okay, I love this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's
Oh
get
my
it.
God. Okay. Well, I don't want to take this over for LSU, but I
No.
mean, I'm happy to. But okay, a couple different things. You can always email me, lauren@lsualumni.org.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll put it here if it's
Oh,
wrong.
there you go.
I don't.
But
put
the
it
cool
here.
thing is, like, when we talk a lot about, like, someone will reach out to me and go, well, oh, so-and-so's looking for a job in, like, Oregon. Well, what happens if and when I'm not there anymore, right? So we actually created a platform. It's called LSUTigerNation.com. And it's like LinkedIn specifically for,
Okay.
I mean, you don't have to be an alumni, obviously, if you want to tap into the alumni network, whatever, because we want that to like live and breathe on its own. So
That's awesome.
I know we're starting to work with like the Olin Career Center and like kind of partner about like connecting students. Like Olin kind of connects students with internships and jobs. And then like what happens like when they're 5 years out of school and LSU is still invested in making them successful. Right?
100%.
So
I think that's what draws it. I mean, I'm from out of state, and especially like doing my MBA with
Yeah.
LSU too. I love that. Oh my gosh, genius.
you're a genius.
I got you. I got you, girl.
But then also just be a member. It's like $75 a year.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So that's what I was wondering. So there is
Literally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Just
okay.
be a member.
Yeah.
Just be a member. Stay tied into what we're doing.
Yeah.
And there are so many people that like, as I've started doing some of these like professional development events,
Right.
they're like, well, how can I sponsor? How can I this? How can I get in front of these people?
Mm-hmm.
We want to promote your brand. We want to like, there's so many different avenues that we can try and connect people together. But
I mean, knowing you, like getting to know you this whole year, this whole process, even before, I just feel like you're somebody that is a girl's girl. Like you want to hype everyone up. You want them to feel loved. You want them to feel included.
listen, no one ever goes shopping with me. I am the worst. My
You're like,
friends
"That looks
don't ask me to go
amazing."
shopping. I do.
Wedding dress shopping, like you'd be like, no,
I can't because I'm like everything. I'm just like, and Steven, my boyfriend says the same thing. He's always like, you are such a hype girl. Because I'm
Yeah.
like on the Super Bowl, I'm like, yeah.
That's how I
just-
feel
don't
about
know.
You have
Lily
to.
too. That's yeah. She is
I
like
just-
such a hyper. Yeah.
But I mean, and yeah, I want women to be successful, of course, but I want everyone to be successful.
Yeah.
I think that's why I like kill myself trying to do so
All the
much
things.
of
But
this.
I think at the same time, you're connecting people, and that fills your cup,
does.
your soul. So it's like, let me take these two people, put it together, something that like wouldn't have never happened before,
Yeah.
and I'm the reason why. Like that.
Oh, I mean, but I know it's just.
Sorry, I'm not trying to.
It's not about.
toot all
I
your
know
horns, but
that's
I
not,
just think you're like amazing
Oh,
for that,
stop.
and
Oh my
it's.
gosh.
I think you've really built something here, and I think
we're
it's a true
trying.
testament to
We're
that.
trying for sure. I think that the leadership of the Alumni Association has been really supportive
Yeah.
of what we're trying to do. So,
That's awesome.
and I just force it down their throats.
I have a question for you, actually, because I hope you answer it the way I want you to.
Oh God.
Who inspires you the most?
My parent. That's so lame.
Your mom.
Your
My
mom.
mom. My mom.
Okay,
if she
y'all.
was sitting right here in
She
between.
would be getting it. Yes.
Oh wait, you. Oh my
yeah,
God,
we
my
met her.
mom.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
quick backstory: we went to another ACS event called Shut Cancer. Her mom was there. We were there supporting Lauren's friend. It was awesome. We were there supporting everyone. And her mom danced the night away and
Lived.
literally was the best thing I've ever seen. Like, killed it, murder on the dance floor. And I was like, I want to be this lady when I'm
It's so
older.
interesting. I have so much of both my parents in me. My mom is so outgoing. But I also have a lot of my dad where I'm like, I need to be fiscally responsible. I need
Emotionally stable.
yeah, like very. So I guess I'm the best of both worlds. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Stop. I'm
Perfect
just joking.
package right here in a
No, I'm a
We
psycho.
love it. I love that. That is so fun. I mean, they were. I
My
mean, she was so
parents are
wonderful.
literally the reason why. Like they truly taught me like to just take a lot of personal responsibility in my actions and my decisions in life. So I'm really hard on myself. I think that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
And my mom's still really
100%.
hard on me. She's so mean. Just kidding.
Do better. Come on, we can do better. And then for Fork, just bringing it back there. I mean, it's right around the corner, which is crazy. I'm like, it's almost March. It feels like.
I know.
What's one thing you hope people take away from the event this year? Because I know you've been in the past and you've loved it.
Love the
but
best
what's one
event.
thing for you? I guess.
Can we talk a little bit more about the honor wall?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Actually genuinely tell
Yeah,
me a
like
little
the
bit more about
vision.
that, because I think,
Yeah.
I want to highlight that the most. I think,
we want to make sure the mission is tied
yeah.
seamlessly in every little aspect down to the napkins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just
That's
like
the
the
whole
best
purpose.
party ever, and we're expanding it a year.
Maybe.
I know.
Maybe.
Okay,
Potentially, probably.
hopefully.
You'll
Yes.
find out soon.
Okay.
Stay tuned next week.
Yeah. So
With the
basically,
honor
like
wall.
as soon as you walk in this year, we're gonna have the greenery hedge wall, and we're gonna have photos of people that loved ones that people are submitting, whether they have passed or they are still with us today, or whatever the case may be, just to really make that impact as soon as we walk in. We're gonna have a lot of mission moments throughout the event, really leaning into like the screening aspect and stuff. This year, just a couple weeks ago,
Oh,
ACS.
the screening aspect.
Yes. So just a couple weeks ago,
Knowledge
ACS
is power.
released, their 2025 like cancer facts and figures, and one of the most like shocking things for me is that it's our age group that cancer is on the rise in,
We're,
specifically
like, we
in
are
women.
the new face of
Correct.
cancer. There's
And so what we need to do is be staying on top of our screenings. It's not fun. No one wants to go in and get a mammogram or colonoscopy or those things, but truly it's a little bit of discomfort or whatever for, having that knowledge of staying on top of your stuff. So we're really going to be leaning into that at the event,
Okay,
on
I
top
love
of the honor
that.
wall. So yeah, we really hope that the mission is showcased big time in 2025.
I don't know what I'm wearing yet, just for the record.
I know you're
We're
going to be
getting
gussied
gussied
up.
up. Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Lauren. You I feel like I've said this to several people, but I think it's just because we have an amazing class of tastemakers.
Y'all
But
do.
you, coming from an ACS standpoint, you exemplify everything that we are trying to find in a tastemaker. Like, you're well rooted in the community. You're so outgoing. You are that hype girl.
She's
and,
down to climb for anything.
And then,
Yeah.
most importantly, you are putting your money where your mouth is, and you are raising those dollars. And we are
Yes.
so excited.
Let's go.
I know you're going to continue to just do huge things. So we really appreciate you coming today.
I'm super
chatting
thankful
with
for the
us.
platform. Seriously, I'm really excited.
We love you.
I love you.
And go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
See y'all on May 1st.
Thank you.